What has caused the most amount of change in your life when it comes to reshaping the way that you think, the things that you do, the actions you take, the paths you head down, the direction you go? What has caused the most change in your life? How's it going, George? Let us know. What is one thing that you feel like that has been the most significant? Oh, I like that. Victoria says, my breath pattern, right? We think how we breathe, and we breathe how we think, right? Yeah. Long breath, long life. Shallow breath, shallow life. Shallow thoughts. So, definitely breath work. Awesome. Vishal says Oran therapy, wonderful. Yeah, Shivambu. Such an expansive practice. Revolutionary. It's changed my life as well. Haruka says spirituality changed my perspective on life. Definitely. You know, so many things can change our perspective, change the what we do, the where we go, and the what we think. And I want to bring something to you that maybe goes underneath the radar, that maybe goes unnoticed in today's time, but it is something significant and something that has been hugely significant in the way that I've operated in life. And I trust that it can serve you as well, the way that it has served me. So today we're going to talk about something that can shape your life the way that you want it. Now, this is from Atomic Habits with James Clear. He talks about how habits are the compound interest, and that the same way that money applies or multiplies through compound interest, the effects of your habits multiply as you repeat them. They seem to make little difference on any given day, and yet the impact they deliver over the months and years can be enormous, right? It is only when looking back 2, 5, perhaps even 10 years that the value of good habits and the cost of the bad ones becomes strikingly apparent. What habits have you built up and developed in your life that have laid out the foundation for where you are today? What are the things that you have done, not just a few times, not just once in a while, not just every blue moon, but consistently? What are the things that you do, consciously or unconsciously, day in and day out? And how are those things that you are doing shaping your life, shaping your mind, and shaping your future? You see, one of the greatest things that I have learned is that success can be the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. You think about the ant and the cricket, right? I think there's a story of the ant and the cricket. And in the spring and the summertime, the cricket was jumping around, playing, just enjoying life, while the ant was working. You know, the ant was carrying things to the ant hill, the ant pile, making sure that they were getting ready for what was to come. They were building consistent habits. And there goes the cricket, jumping this way and that, having fun, enjoying themselves. Of course, nothing wrong with that. But there goes the ant, being consistent, creating habits, always doing something, always moving, always working, always being mindful of the future. And then what comes around? Winter comes around. And as fall passes into winter, it starts to freeze. And the ants are safe. And the cricket is crunchy. No longer jumping. No longer free frolicking. It wasn't prepared for the winter, as was the ant. The success that came from the small sum of the small efforts that the ant made, seemingly insignificant. But even the laws of nature are apparent to these creatures and critters. How can we do the same in our lives? There is this graph here that we have, The Slight Edge. Jeff Olson, one of the most powerful books that I've read, called The Slight Edge. It'll change your life. If you have problems with consistency, if you have problems with persistency, if you have problems with procrastination, of holding back, of not being all you can be, I recommend this book by Jeff Olson, The Slight Edge. It talks about how everything that is easy to do is also easy not to do. You see, it's easy for me to make this video for you right now. It's easy for me to push this button, to hit record, to speak a message into your life. I mean, I'm passionate about it. I love it. This is my calling. This is my purpose. But just as easy as it is for me to do, it's also easy for me not to do it. It's easy for you to do push-ups, right? It'd be easy for you to go to the gym, but just as easy as it would be for you to do that, it would also be easy for you not to do that, right? Easy to wash dishes, easy not to. Easy to meditate, easy not to, right? Easy to go out and into the sunlight, catch some rays, but it's also easy not to. And it's the easy things that are easy not to do that are the reasons why most of us procrastinate. The effort, right? So this graph, it shows that what is comfortable now may be uncomfortable later. But what is uncomfortable now may be comfortable later on. You might get to the point where you don't even realize in your journey that you have already evolved. You've already leveled up. You've already elevated your mindset, your body, your spirituality, your emotion, the quality of life. Just by doing the small things that other people thought were too small as to go unnoticed. My friend told me about, when you think about here in America at least, obesity is rampant. Obesity is something that is very commonplace when we look and we see individuals with habits. But somebody told me, if you went to McDonald's, right, or Burger King, like BK, have it your way, right, and you got a hamburger, and you sunk your teeth into that hamburger, and as soon as you took a bite, boom, your body just blew up like a balloon. With one bite of that hamburger or that cheeseburger, would you eat another? Right? Would anybody be eating hamburgers if they immediately became obese the moment they sunk their teeth and got a bite of that burger? I don't think so. But what happens over time? What happens with multiple burgers down the road, multiple habits down the road? The high blood pressure, the hypertension, the stomach ailments, right? Gaining weight. All these things happen as a natural progression of something that was easy to do, but was also easy not to do. The difference is what was done over time, the consistency of the thing. So just as you can use that for the negative, you can use that in your life for the positive. What is something that you can do today that is seemingly insignificant as to go unnoticed, that no one would notice if you did this thing? it probably wouldn't make much difference, right? But what is something that you can do? And realize that over time, the change occurs as if magic. You know, it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives. It's what we do consistently. You don't get that six-pack by doing a few sit-ups one time, right? You do them again and again and again. We understand that, just like Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but it's a habit. So whenever something hits your subconscious mind, it's like a cheat code for life, for living. It's game over. But you got to go through the conscious to get to the unconscious. Just like driving. You know, what's driving you in life? When you realize you're on the road, right? You're driving, you're in your car, and you're heading down a route that you've head down so many times in life. And it's almost second nature to you. You don't have to think about it because you've done it so many times. So you get there, and it's almost as if you've fallen asleep and woken up at your destination. Maybe you were on the phone while you were driving. Maybe you were listening to music while you were driving. Maybe you were talking to someone while you were driving. Who knows what you were doing, but that was all with your conscious mind. Now, what was your subconscious mind doing? What was that unconscious mind doing? It was fulfilling the habits of your consistency. It's what's driving that vehicle. It's what's changing lanes. It's what's putting on the blinker. It's what's stopping at the stoplight. You don't have to do any of those things consciously once you've done them enough time. It is switched over. So realizing that these habits are like these decisions that we make. We all make decisions in life. But in the end, our decisions make us. So how do you shape your life? Slowly but surely. Be consistent. Given the right amount of time and the right amount of consistency, anything is possible. So thank you so much for listening. Yes, Haruka, the name of the title of the book was The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. Wonderful book that changed my life, and it allowed me to know that there are no small actions. We are the sum of all the actions, all the choices that we have made, all the decisions, all the commitments in life. There's no such thing as anything small. It all adds up. And it's creating the foundation for the house that you live in. Right? So, create a strong foundation, brick by brick. Just like Will Smith said, you don't go out and say, I'm going to build a wall. Right? You go out and you say, I'm going to take this brick and I'm going to lay this brick as well as I can. I'm going to slab this brick and I'm just going to place this brick right here. And then tomorrow, you lay another brick. And the next day, another brick. And the next day, another brick. Until one day, you have a wall. You have a house, you have a dwelling, you have a place that you can reside in. But how did you get there? Did you get there overnight? No, I don't think so. It was over many nights. And these are the things that people don't see. The things that go on behind closed doors. What you do in private will soon be celebrated in public. Every book you have read, every interaction you have had, every person you've talked to, everything you've listened to, everything that has gone in these gates, the eye gate, the ear gate, everything that has come out, your mouth gate, right? They are shaping and affecting your life, your way of being. So much love, my friend. I trust that you received an encouraging message, letting you know about the power of habit, the power of consistency. Keep going. Persistency, push through. Consistency says keep going. Persistency says push through. How can you use these wonderful tools to shape your life the way that you want it? And never let it be said that you are not where you are today because of the choices that you have made. The choices that were easy to do, but also easy not to do. Much love. Thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you so much for the love, the likes and shares. Tag someone in this video if you're watching this on the replay, someone who would gain value from this message and you feel needs to hear this, be it a friend or family member. Hit the bell notification to get notified whenever we do these live sessions. And definitely check out the Open Palm podcast that is available streaming on all platforms for you. The link is in the bio for your listening pleasure and your daily inspiration, my friend. Much love. Thank you so much for being. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy this breath and make the rest of your life the best of your life. Take care. We'll catch you again very, very soon.